What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome back to Can I Buy With Y'all?
Welcome
Where the
back.
vibes are immaculate every time we hop up in here.
Every time.
Man, I gotta let them know. We be jamming off camera. As always, this how we do this.
This is true.
We back up in there, man.
We back.
Talk it.
If it's your first time listening, it's your boy Kaz. You can follow the IG CAZ_0. I'm gonna pass it on over to you.
And it's your boy Chris. You can follow me on IG at Mathis023.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we got a part 2 in the building.
Yes.
Part
Deuces.
2. Hold on, let me get it. Y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves. We'll start with this gentleman with the Miami Heat shirt. But
Check. Yo, peace, blessings, all the above. My name is King Tetris. You can find me everywhere like the air, King_Tetris, Mr. Check.
I go by DU Ivan. Don't underestimate Ivan. Just don't do it ever. Toma.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
Like I said, this is a part 2.
Part 2. Y'all hit your sexy era in this.
For real.
Sexy.
Let's throw flowers.
Sexy.
Throw those flowers at him. Throw those flowers.
I'm
Good
not
job,
saying-
gentlemen.
So, there's 2 different levels of glow up. Like it's like that girl who got the BBL and like used to be kind of chubby and it was like you kind of acting kind of brand new. You was kind of fat last week ago.
I remember.
Or it's
Which
that
one were you
one
in?
where it's like she has glasses and like braces and then like hits like her stride and it's like, wow, look at you.
Look at you go. Good
You're
for
like
you.
the second. You're not like the
Let's
first
go-
one.
let's go with the second one.
You're the
ladder.
second one where it's like, wow, I didn't know you had nice eyes and nice teeth. Good for
that.
you guys.
Look at that form.
Right? Like I'm like swiping up and I told the story off camera. My sister like can buy home goods, that's a home improvement, all that. She hits me, she's like, hey, this podcast is so great. Do you want to check it out? And I was like, wait.
The one I've been on?
Like the one that like I know them. Like I know that they're real people. Like
Those are my friends.
those are my friends.
Those are my friends. I know those guys. I swear to God.
Yo, congrats on all the like mega success.
Let's get a bit for that. Let's get
Another one. Let's have another one.
bro.
A faded one.
Good
A faded one. Because, you know.
I discovered you guys through the 2 girls, 1 blunt.
Oh, shout out to them.
Things you guys did. That was
Great
that was-
people.
yeah,
Great
'cause I
people. We
followed
did
them and then I followed y'all.
2 episodes with them already too. So
Good job.
Yo, can we get cheers to 6? Wait, before we do that.
set
He's
it up?
not gonna
set
say
it up. Set it
but
up.
Ivan,
Who's that?
my guy DU Ivan, just dropped an album and it debuted number 3 on iTunes. So like I guess we're like kind of cool and stuff.
Thanks, guys.
Yo, cheers to
That's the
success.
manual
You
one.
know what I mean? Cheers to success.
y'all hear the ASMR? Damn.
Like that. Hey, thanks, Tets.
I got a question for you because you kind of mentioned.
When I say it, it's like most women, once they have to start buying their own drinks and they don't automatically get attention from the opposite sex.
It's someone else's fault.
consistently,
It's someone else's
right? Then that's when most people develop personalities, right? Because at that point, your natural hotness is
Out
not
of
getting
necessity,
you in the
though.
room.
But that sucks. Out of necessity, it's like, Brian, you should have been had that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
But we
it's like,
can
no,
see through
I
that
got to
as
learn how to
guys.
talk
It's
to
like,
guys.
Wait, you're doing a lot
Facts.
right now. So that's like when I scroll and I'm like, I have this thing now where my friends laugh at me. I'm like, bro, this girl posted a picture. She can dress well. I don't
Wait,
know.
I stepped in my room for a sec. Who was the one that said that they followed? That was you? I overheard that.
Oh, yeah, that was me. That was me.
All right, so we
I'm
got
the
to talk about
douchebag.
this.
He's still going through that. He's younger.
douchebag.
He's a younger fella.
But I
Because I overheard it. I'm like,
I was scrolling and like
hey, look at
I
you.
saw this girl that
Look at that.
like liked one of my stories and then I looked and I was like,
from the podcast?
yeah, she did a podcast. So I was like, who the is this, right? So then I looked and then I saw that you had liked like a bunch of her pictures. And I was like,
Wow.
how he just threw you
Calling
in it.
out like attendance.
He had to throw
Wow.
Bro, I swear I try
Brethren.
so hard not to like the pictures.
Did you hear that?
My name
that was
always
a direct
Brethren.
under the
in it.
bus.
It's not that hard. Just you look at it and scroll up.
Wow.
But you just had to.
I'm showing support.
You just had to
Bro,
double
so
check.
showing support.
Oh, that's what we call it
definitely
these
has
days?
way more self-control. I can totally see it. I can totally see it, bro.
High five.
I can totally see it.
Wow.
That's a hot
That's
take.
what I'm talking
That's a hot
about.
take.
Yo, shots fired.
Here's my take. The way that for you, for you, it's like you gather like your focus group, right?
Okay.
Like you have like your group of women, and you're like, all right, I have people that fit in different molds, right?
He know you.
I love Tetris.
I love
Tetris has these little hypotheses for everyone. I
Well,
love
bro,
it.
my attention to detail is
I
incredible.
gotta know.
Go on.
I need to know mine.
I
need to know mine.
gotta know who
after.
you're talking about, so I could.
Bro, we'll figure it out.
There's a lot.
yeah,
There's a
there's-
lot.
No,
But-
He's only
but-
calling you
lot.
out to a certain extent. Like,
Yeah, so
Continue with the analysis.
So
Go ahead.
you have your group of people, your focus group, right? You have different people who play different parts. Okay,
fill different roles.
so different roles,
If you will.
right? So I think of it like this, because you and I are very similar into that simple. When I was 28, I was doing that too. So it was
Look
like,
at him. He saw. Did he just
Not
big
even
brother
28.
you? Did he just like
shut up.
when you were 28?
at the
I
end of
did
this,
that too?
at the end of this, I gotta hear who you're talking about, so I can
yeah, of
figure
course, of course.
this out.
Text him.
But
Text
I
him.
can tell the way that he is kind of like his entire. Them two are probably way more similar. Like when he's talking about girls and like, or how just people, and be like, he says, "Do you think that he's joking?" But he says the most wildly effed up takes right in front of the person and be like, "Yeah, guy, what are you doing? Just what are you doing?" You know what I mean?
What,
And I
'cause
can
I'm
tell
honest?
that it seems that them two share the idea where like you and I will be political about our takes. But I can tell for him, you probably get off on telling like girls like no. Like the baddest, the more bad they are, it's like
yes.
No.
It's like,
no. They're like you
get
probably
that
get a
fist pump.
text.
No, but I get off making them chase me.
Exactly. Like, oh,
100%.
All right, I before we move on to the next topic, I gotta know.
bro.
he wants to know. He wants to know.
I gotta know.
He needs to know names.
Honestly, don't.
Bring it.
If you said 1,000 names, I would not be able to pick it up
Because I'm not liking
just saying-
everybody.
What does she look
Her
like?
body.
She's a brunette.
Here we go.
Okay,
We're narrowing it down.
Skin.
I feel like we're playing Clue
She
right now.
has. You know what? Why don't we just? I won't
pull
say
it
it
up,
on the phone.
pull it up. What's
I'll
it?
pull
Pull
up
it
the phone.
up.
It is 2023. We
I'll pull
got
up
the
phone,
technology.
and then like I'll just be like, yo, like
Does she post half naked pictures?
Don't they
I don't be
all?
liking the half naked ones.
Yeah, that's
I don't be liking.
Matter of fact.
Only 3/4 now.
I only like the face cards.
there was like someone else, and I was.
That's
Someone else.
That I'll do that.
Is it this one?
He's got a list.
Now it's someone else.
Oh yes, this is one.
I thought you
It's
were
this
gonna
one.
come with a
It's this one.
heater.
It's this one. It's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Here you go. That was the second. This is the
I
second.
thought you were gonna come with something like
It's the
this.
second one.
Like I'm gonna give you an example. Uh-oh.
I know your type.
We got a
I know your type because
I don't have a
Yeah, we're
type.
already in a
both
box.
of them
You
are
a titty
very,
boy, huh?
very similar.
You
to
a
each
titty
other.
boy, huh?
I
You are-
don't have a
You
type.
like them busted.
You like titties ass.
He likes them
Do
busted.
I like titties or ass?
Both.
I am a much more face, face
Personality.
person and ass. 100%.
All right, where's my name now? Wait, no, this is like by you. Wait, I'm tripping.
Pick three.
I'm just saying.
I
Those
see,
are.
I see the vibe and the energy that you like in women. That's
pretty great.
I like the
know
picture of her with an espresso
I
martini
thought you were gonna do
at
something
dinner.
like this. I thought
I
you were gonna
didn't
do-
say it was a thirst trap. I said you liked a picture. That's all I said, bro.
Speaking of women, all right, this is a question from one of our supporters. No disrespect,
But it's
but you
about to
are
be disrespectful.
But you are a short king. We love it. We love
I
it.
don't know how this isn't going to go be disrespectful, but
yeah, it's like no disrespect. We hate you, but
Listen, it's from a supporter.
Okay.
It's from a supporter.
okay.
you better preemptive.
Unfortunately,
strike
you're
with
just
that.
the shortest one at the table, so I have to
I can
ask you
touch
first.
the top shelf of the kitchen a
with when I lift him up a little.
little bit.
She said, "Why do men get defensive about height?"
Okay, so
Wait, what?
So sorry, That was just like
let me answer this. Let me answer
I've
this.
seen it. I'm not even a short guy.
Cut.
Let me.
I don't
let me
feel
understand
this plight.
Answer this in
I've
the
seen
most
it.
like real way.
You can speak in general too if you want.
I don't think men typically get defensive about anything that people don't make them insecure about. So if you're a guy like I am in the most non boisterous way,
You're
right?
boisterous. You're super boisterous.
Educated, make over 6 figures, like you're telling me, what? So now you're telling me that my barriers of entry are I'm less of a person just because I can't reach the top shelf of the kitchen sometimes. Just because I put my cereal
that's what
by my
women
pots
say.
and pans.
They
You
make
know what I
little
mean?
ladders for that. They make little steps.
Yeah, but like if I'm in a kitchen with a girl and she's like, "Hey, where's the cereal?"
Where's
and
the
I'm like,
steps?
and she sees me on my tippy toes, I'm not getting no vagina.
No, but you could be
I'm
like,
getting no vagina
hey,
today.
hey, this is gonna test our teamwork skills. We can do this together.
We can do
a
it like
little
bring it
oopsie,
on, like we
right?
can do it like a cheerleading
little
thing.
boop, but be like, hey, lock your fingers, and I'm gonna put my foot in there, and then you just whoops.
Yeah,
right?
no,
No, it doesn't work like that.
You gotta
No?
do it in a cool way. You gotta like jump off the wall and then grab it. And then she's gonna be like,
Parkour.
oh,
Parkour.
Am I Tom Holland? Is this Spider-Man?
I'm just saying.
Is he a Kingsman?
You just
I
gotta,
think you could
for real.
just gotta do a quick boom on your tippy toes, but you can't stay on your tippy
No,
toes.
No, you gotta make her go get something in the other room
But
and then do the
You
boom.
gotta
Here's the
do it
thing.
in a cool ass way.
I don't ever date.
Backflip.
I'm 5'8".
Do a
right?
flip.
Backflip,
Yeah.
grab it,
I'm
bam.
5'8". I don't date women over 5'5".
No, just make her get something from the car while you do that.
No, it doesn't. I mean, I
You
just
know
don't
what?
date
The
women
two
that-
girls you just showed me, they're both under 5'5".
I have a 6. So one of my best friends, Jason. Whenever I like find really hot girls and like I'm like in my hunting mode, if I find a really hot chick, I'll go down her page. If I look at her and I'm like,
Tell me the process.
I'm like, right, like, and she's like a ting, or maybe
what?
We call them tings. You know what I
ting.
mean? Like
Spell that.
Yeah.
Spell
Yeah,
that.
I know you're talking about a little,
T-I-N-G,
little
you know what I
foreign
mean?
ting.
Ting.
A little
little ting, you know what I mean? Like maybe it might have light eyes.
What's wrong with you,
body,
that ting?
Light,
I'm with it, I'm with it,
like
I'm
maybe
catching
curly
on.
hair, or it might be super just bad. If I look down that page, and I need a reference shot. So if
So, like,
I
if
see
she's
like
in
a
the-
stop
if-
sign,
yeah, I got it.
or something like that, and I'm like, if she's like not that far away from it, Jason's like 6'5".
So you're like a
6'6".
you're like a carnival, right? You're like this tall to ride the ride kind of thing.
100%.
Like I like it.
Shooters shoot with percentage. You know what I'm
like
saying?
it.
I know we're staying away from sports here.
You know
but
what you know.
I know
While
where
we're
my
here,
I know.
go
I
for
think
5'5" is the limit.
limit, and I say it like this: the moment you know you've succeeded as a man is when you know who your clientele is.
You said that last time.
I like
Exactly.
that. And
You did.
business.
Now-
And business as well. I like that.
I want to challenge you, right?
Okay.
I think you should go higher in height. I think you should go for women that are 6 foot and above because they don't have that many options. Like
Facts.
5'5"
I don't
and
want
below-
someone
He's
that-
not
No,
wrong.
no, no.
Most
Like,
men are
what-
intimidated to hit on them. So they're like
And
waiting.
it's
There's,
not-
is there a whole market waiting for
I
you?
feel like you're not intimidated by it. You just don't want it.
I don't want it.
No,
It's
because
not
you're
an
thinking instant
intimidation.
failure. But if you think that
Yeah,
you have a
yeah.
chance, you'll do it more. I
Give
know
it a
you.
No,
shot.
it's not that. It has nothing to do with
I
that.
think you're
All right,
lying.
It's already right there in your face. You don't want it?
She's 6 foot, but she got some big old titties because we know you like some big old titties.
Okay,
And she's sweet.
I would
with the
name
brown,
drop.
not little ting.
I would even I would
And
even
she's
name
a
drop.
sweetheart.
One of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's probably like 5'10", 5'11", right? And literally every single time I see her, I'm always like,
I want to climb you.
honestly, we're not that far apart. You know what I mean? Like, we might be able to work this thing out. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
I'm telling you.
And
just
I
do a
always
flip
tell
up
her, and
there.
I'm always like, and then like, there's this video circulating on Instagram where it's like this chick that's like Meg the Stallion, and then like this really short guy, and he's like on his tippy toes talking to her in the club, like, yeah, girl, you don't even know this. Da, da, da. And I said, I'm like, bro, but I
This
would
could
never
be
be able to do
us.
it just because like the way that it's not that my ego, it's just my preference. Is like if we're going to be whoever's going to be tall, it might be our kid. It's not going to be like me or you. Like we're gonna have the same struggle. Like we're gonna have the same struggle. You're getting a size 5, size 6 in shoes. Like you're getting petite. Like
Yeah.
I need
Extra
all that.
small,
Like, you know what
extra
I'm saying?
small
But
is
like
the order.
to the point where like if you are a shorter woman, you could be chubby, you could be heavy, you could be skinny, you could be super petite. I'm okay with that. My preference is you need to have a lot of security because of like I'm in music, I do a lot of things. I need you to understand that like my preference is your personality, right? Like my mom and dad always said like, yo, you got to like somebody who's, all that.
No, 100%. I'm glad you touched on that because that's like, we've been talking about aesthetics and we've been talking about surface value stuff, but like you're 100,000% right. Like people like you and I that are in the public eye and then we're trying to like, we're trying to be in the public eye even more than we are already. So it's like, you have to have security if you're going to deal with someone like us.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're going to deal with somebody in the music industry or any industry where we have publicity, where our face is our business. You know what I mean? Like literally our faces are our brands. So we have to do things we don't want to do. We have to go to public entertainment. You guys too now. You guys have done that. Whether or not you ventured out to do so, you did it. So now you have the exact same responsibility on your hands to where the person that you choose to be in your life has to be able to deal with the fact that there's going to be people wanting you and you have to share, that you're going to have to be shared. And that's a huge prerequisite
That is a
if you're going to
huge
mess with
thing.
anybody in this field where we are the spokesperson. I'm the lobbyist for me. So like, not only do I have to be charming, do I have to be, as attractive as I possibly can be, but I have to be in the public eye. But there's going to, because of that, one of the like side effects of such is that people are gonna like us because that's what brings in the money.
Right.
You feel me?
the money.
That's what makes the business. If people don't like me, I got no business. So I have to work to be liked. And then again, another characteristic of that is that women are gonna like me too. So if you don't have the confidence to deal with that, it's not gonna work. Because this isn't stopping for nobody. And like you guys may have done this as a start, but now it's a thing. Now it's a business. Now it's successful. So now it's a part of your life. And this is definitely a thing that you have to think about. Can she deal with this? Because it's life now.
Think about that.
And this
all
is
the time.
She's
you know what I
always
mean? And
going
like,
to be third.
I didn't know that was going to be a part of my life.
Let's hear the first two.
But like, you know what I mean? After I did this for long enough.
Yeah, once you get into
it's
it.
like, oh, this is actually like, this is a real
this is
thing.
me.
And now she has to know, any girl, any female that I bring into my life has to understand she's not going to be number one, yo.
It's 3, 4 at best.
At best,
At
3.
best,
At best, you're
3
number
or
3.
4.
At best.
At best.
And it's like, I still give, if you know how hard I work, you're fine at number 3. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a lot of people can't, grasp
It's
that.
it's 100%.
They wanna be number one.
It's really about trust.
right.
And they can't trust that. Number 3 is going to be enough.
'Cause
But
literally
it's the
3.
reality of the situation.
One,
I gotta agree with that.
mama.
Family and career are like,
That's it. So like,
they're battling. So that's 1 and 2 off rip. Off rip. There's 1 and 2 are taken. They're
give you
spoken
an
for.
idea.
I'm not an accountant. I don't work at Chili's. You feel me? Like 1 and 2 are spoken for.
100% all day.
Like it is
so
what
like,
it is.
Give you an idea of what my day looks like, right? So I still work in corporate America. I wake up every day around 6:15. Go hit the punching bag. I can't be short and like ugly. You know what I mean? Like you got to pick a struggle. Mama said, "Baby, you got to pick a struggle, baby. You got to." You know what I'm saying?
We got
You
the
can't-
punching bag at the crib. You've been in the crib. You've seen the punching bag. You know
so
what
it's
time
like,
it is.
my mom almost said, "Without finance, romance has no chance." So
Bars. That's why you're a rapper.
boom, boom, boom.
Mama
said,
had heavy bars.
"Without finance, baby, romance ain't got no chance." And I said, "Cool."
You know, I had a similar quote. My dad said, "No money, no honey."
Yours is a little cooler. I'm not gonna lie.
No. Yours definitely
Both
be.
equally cool. Both equally cool. Both bars.
But yeah, I wake up super early, get the workout in, and every day I clean the house. But then I also write for at least 3 to 4 hours a day, right? So like, I have a job, so I go to the job, and then I'm there. I literally came from my job here, right? So go to the job, and then afterwards, I have to go work on the dream. So it's like, it's 6 o'clock now, and you're like, oh, well, what are we doing for dinner? And I was like, honestly, like, I got to go write this rap.
Damn.
They just started. It just
It just started. Because in music, what people sometimes that's why I said earlier, it was like, I feel like musically, I've made a humongous jump, right? Like probably like 40% higher. So now, like, I'm on his album. You know what I'm saying? Like, the gap had to close, and the only way I was going to be able to catch up was work. So if when women come into the picture, I always had to say, like, what the toughest part is that I've had to let go of really amazing women.
Sacrifice is part of this thing.
And honestly, like, my last 2 girlfriends could have been the mothers of my children, 100%. 100%.
Brother.
You see me with this. I'm always with the same
Preaching.
chick all the time. But
You preaching.
I knew for a fact that no matter what, I was never going to be fulfilled enough because this meant so much to me. You know what I'm saying? Like the quest.
Like you'd
for
always
this-
regret it. You'd always
Yeah.
regret it if you stopped it for that.
The
Like
quest for
and
this.
and not only that, but you'd hold her in contempt. You'd be bitter towards her because you'd be like, "Yo, I stopped my dream for you." Any fight you get, it would be her fault because
Bro,
of that. Like it's just not worth it. You know what I mean? Like, all right. And also, if we're gonna be giving flowers, right? That's what we're doing right now. My man right here, he met me as a fan, and I was already doing my thing. This guy right here, this little sweet little cherub. This guy has provided me more opportunities than people that I've known for 15 years, 20 years. And this guy has presented more opportunities. He presented this podcast to me. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this little guy.
It's true.
And then people on paper, people are, oh, you're more seasoned than this guy. It's like, who cares, man? This guy is making moves. He's doing it right. Like when I came and started doing music, I didn't have a plan. This guy had a plan early. Knew exactly what he was going to do, when he was going to do it. And it's like, bro, it's like, and as much as I'm more seasoned and I've been doing it longer, it's like, if you can't take yourself out of the equation and realize like greatness and realize, you know what I mean? Like hard work and ethic and things like that, like, then you're failing. And it's like, as much as people would be like, oh, you're ahead of him in the game, it's like, I don't care. Like, it's my dog. We're equals. because as much as I have more experience, he has more like as far as planning, he has that way ahead of me, because I've been going with this on the you know what I mean, like on the edge of my seat, like just kind of going moment for moment, just take it for what it is. And thankfully I'm good at it.
Dean's really good at it.
Because I'm good at it.
See, we're like in that sense, and you two are like that.
Yeah, I just kind of go. I just kind of go and go and go.
We giving flowers, right?
Yeah.
We giving flowers. Listen.
I like this. We call this the bouquet episode.
The bouquet. That's the name of the episode, Bouquet Flowers.
This podcast wouldn't work without this guy right here.
There we go.
Because he said, no, listen. Yes, he do that.
Let's cheer. I like this.
How many of us have?
Hey man, though, this is how we growing. We gotta appreciate and acknowledge, man. Tap off a little bit.
Yeah, he got some hot takes on here. Chris got some hot takes on here, but we love it all the time. He's gonna say all the time, like, yeah, well, it was my idea to start the podcast, and it was.
He's trying to downplay it, right?
But
he hit him with the and it
this
was.
podcast would not be where it is if I was by myself. It would not be nowhere as near where it is.
What's it called? Teamwork make the dream work.
Exactly.
Right? It's easy, cliche.
I'm kind of the same way. I can kind of go with the flow. I could be good at it. I can
good at it.
I can adjust very well. But this the planner right here.
But sometimes it takes that person to present those opportunities, and you're ready for them.
Exactly.
But without the person to present them, it's like, what doesn't matter if you're ready. Were you ready for what?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Remember what I said?
And that's why I always use Matt Flower. This man got me an audition for America's Got Talent.
It's true.
This man has gotten me this podcast. This guy's gotten me things in my career that I've been like hoping for. And this guy's just like, oh, here, by the way, I just mentioned them to you. It's like,
well, because here's the thing.
Son of a.
Here's the thing. What I say about people is that I listen to Ivan's stuff in a lot, right? And I think like I learned so much about writing from listening to him, and I was like, you watch people and you can see why some people aren't successful, right? Mm-hmm. Where like they could be doing something from 1,000 years. You have a real conversation with them. You're like,
I get it.
I understand why you're not where you're at.
Yeah, like I was wondering why you weren't, but I get it now. So when I meet people and all I know is grind, like nothing, all the progress that I've gotten has not been because of like luck. It's because I've 100%
people see a number and they think like, oh, it's easy. They don't see the behind the scenes.
They don't see the 15 years it took. They don't see. They just see. Oh, it only took you an hour. It's like, yeah, it took me 20 years to make that hour for you.
I also, since we giving flowers, this podcast also not possible without these two over here. We got a shout out.
We got behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes,
the cameraman, the photographers, the videographers.
Cheers to the gentleman behind the scenes.
Hey. We all giving flowers.
Speaking behind the scenes, can I get the behind the scenes of Suicide Doors, like the work behind it?
Okay, cool. So, all right, here's the deal.
By the way, this is the album right here.
My album is called Toma. It debuted number 3 on the iTunes hip hop charts.
Give me another little bump.
No big deal. All right. So, Suicide Doors is track what? Track 10?
Yes.
Track 10 off my 12-track album called Toma, featuring the one and only King Tetris.
Hey.
That's
and
me.
So basically, the beat happened first. I was working with my producer, Christine, and he just had that like sample, and I was like, yo, that, whatever that is, work on that. So we started working, and it just gave me this very nostalgic feel. And when I was a kid, I used to have a lot of model cars. Like a lot. Like I had Lamborghinis, Ferraris. Like I had all. Like I used to build them. Like I used to love model cars. And then I don't know. It's just something that I used to do when I was a kid. And most of the cars had suicide doors. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And like now I'm a kid. Now I'm an adult.
I was like, now you're a kid.
You watch your goddamn mouth. All right. Now that
it always escalates so quickly.
Now that I'm an adult, it's like I kind of want the same stuff, but just like
a little bit more,
way more than I did. Yeah. And not only way more, like as far as how much I wanted, but I want more than that.
Okay.
I want more than just those cars. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I want the same thing, but a whole lot more. So it's almost like we have these instincts when we're kids of the things that we're drawn to and we like. And
they define us for the rest of our lives.
They do. But the weird thing is that as much as they define us, because of whatever influences or whatever, you want these things, and then they sway, like because of different people you meet and different experiences, and then they kind of change. But then you realize they didn't. You kind of changed a little bit to appease other people, but the same core values are still there. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so as much as I didn't think I liked cars, I still like cars. I still like these same things that when I was a kid that I instinctually liked. And then life kind of brings you to this place. It's like, nah, when I was a kid, I liked this and I still like this. Like I'm still that person. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where that all comes from. Okay. And I know it's a lot deeper than it might seem when you listen to the song on First Service Value, but that's exactly what it was.
Well, guess what? We about to play it.
Bing, ba-dang. When I was a kid, I wanted to whip with the suicide dog.
With the suicide dog.
Now that I am grown, I want the same shit, just a whole lot more.
Just a whole lot more.
When I was a kid, I wanted to whip with the suicide dog.
With the suicide dog.
Now that I am grown, I want the same shit, just a whole lot more.
Just a whole lot more.
When I was a little guy, way before I was getting high, I was standing yay tall, so in love with basketball, so in love with running plays, so in love with hustling, learned early to be owner over customer. Ain't shit changed but the budget, getting high on my high horse and we not budging, unless there's something to be running for, nothing that I'm running from, trying to run a victory lap, but the race has just begun. Sometimes you gotta take a chance and know your worth and go to work so they don't know you, but they know your work.
Talk that.
Gonna run my mouth until I run the south.
Run the south.
Run my mouth until I run the south.
When I was a jit, I wanted to whip with the suicide dog.
With the suicide dog.
Now that I am grown, I want the same shit, just a whole lot more.
Just a whole lot more.
When I was a jit, I wanted to whip with the suicide dog.
With the suicide dog.
Now that I am grown, I want the same shit, just a whole lot more.
Just a whole lot more. Check.
But no whip, but the kings got drive. Chilling at the top, but the struggle's where I thrive. My thoughts convertible, my head in the skies and my heart in the clouds. You just here for the ride, thinking back to when we had show and tell. But I was busy in them ciphers on the Metro well. When I missed the bus, mama always gave me hell. But I'm cautious in the streets, so now I drive slow. They say family matters, that's why my wind's low. Switch gears, just like the wind blows. I used to want it all, now I want peace. My doors go up, let's change for suicide.
When I was a jit, I wanted to whip with the suicide dog.
With the suicide dog.
Now that I am grown, I want the same shit, just a whole lot more. Just a whole lot more. I like that song.
Hold on.
Good job, bud.
Thanks,
Hey,
man.
cheers to y'all, man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I learned how to rap.
Damn,
And
okay.
you said a single hit the radio, right?
Yeah.
What's the song?
It's called
Oh,
US
yeah,
1.
US 1, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we heard that last time.
Damn
No,
right.
I don't think so.
First thing that pops up.
It's a really good
Bam.
song.
That guy.
It's a really good song.
Check. Peace and blessings.
Just hit the radio, ladies and gentlemen.
You know I'm really
It's
from
in
Miami,
rotation,
right?
bro. We got it.
That's outside the US 1, right off of Biscayne.
First on 10 here, surveillance cameras capturing a wild shootout in southwest Miami-Dade. The gun battle playing out on the busy US 1, sending 2 teenagers to the hospital.
I'm from Miami, so the hustler is my role model. Role with models, bodies like Coke bottles. Keep working is working, living close to the model. See, born a leader, but to lead, you must follow. The beat of the streets, not knowing what it gets us. Product of the city, but look what it did to us. Henny, my favorite liquor, cause it fucks you up quicker. When's a party a dream, but my dreams become sicker. Be careful the path you choose. My mission is impossible, just like Tom Cruise. No, I can't lose. I knew, I stayed, that I would find my truth on the real. Miami, so happy I found you. Had to let it go. I got something on my chest, yeah, I beg your pardon. Cause I'm hardly Dolly Parton. Just another day, where we from? On the south side of US 1. Yeah, Jack. We grew up on the south side of US 1. Ain't no road paper gold, so we built us one. Set together forever since you my day one. On the south side of US 1. Check. We grew up on the south side of US 1. Said the south side of US 1. Yeah. Said they pulled the trigger and they killed somebody's son on the south side of US 1. Yeah. I had dreams of the fountain blue. Penthouse with mad women and a scenic view. But we learned the Hialeah got fountains too. Off Ponce de Leon, where I found my youth. Ain't another place on the planet that shall be landed. Cause Trick gave me the commandments. If you haven't been here, you wouldn't understand it. How to wrestle with it. My chick a stone cold stunner. Her pop's Colombian that used to run numbers. You see, he was a rolling stone. Yeah. She needed me ASAP. It was rocky at home. See the city, I'm addicted. Couldn't leave it alone. Don't take it in vain. What's it cost for a change? Just a penny for your thoughts. Respect, you can't be bought. Said they pulled the trigger and they took somebody's son. South side of US 1.
Yeah.
Grew up on the south side of US 1.
Okay.
I see the 40% growth.
Yeah.
You sound more comfortable in your own skin and your own vibe. Like believing
so
even
important.
more into it. You're believing even more into yourself.
Yeah. If I showed y'all the link of the new album, you would say that a lot. Like it's pretty good.
I can vouch for that.
Ivan helped a lot with that.
I can vouch for that 100%.
This is beautiful.
I mean, I love this little guy right here. I love this motherfucker.
This little guy.
like, so much. So don't do
should've
that.
never started
Hey, don't
with
do that. Don't do that. That's my fault. I love this big fella right here.
I
All
could
right.
be little guy, big fella, or chubby and lovely. Whichever.
This is my
one,
dog right here. All right. Not only it's one of these guys that it's like you see him doing everything right, 100%, and it's like you look back as far as myself, like when I was first starting, and I was just like go, you know, nose first, you know, just going, you know what I mean? And it's like I made a lot of mistakes, and this guy's so calculated, you know, his moves, and that's why he's rising fast. And it's like a lot of people. Like, and no disrespect to him because he's obviously my brother. Like, my people are like, oh, he's greener. He's, you know what I mean? He's starting. It's like, yeah, he is, but he's making all the right moves when he's supposed to make them. So it's like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, he's doing everything right. You feel me? Like, I was literally having this conversation with Shadi today, and somebody that I hold in high regard and happens to be one of my best friends. And I know he holds him in very high regard as far as his rap thing is concerned. It's crazy because I came in a little before the social media really hit hard. So I was more about groundwork and more about local stuff, and then social media hit hard, and then you have to you have to pivot.
I don't know anyone that still has like a CD. Like
That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm gonna be real with you. That equals money in my pocket. You dig what I'm saying? Because the ROI on those little buggers right there is crazy, and people want to show that people if they like what you're doing,
Show it off. Show it. Oh my.
if they want to if they like what you're doing, they want to show love. Like that's the thing. That's how you know you're doing something proper. Because if you're doing something right, people want
to do something. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They can't help it. They're like, you know what I mean? It's something inside like, I gotta show this guy love somehow. I gotta show him that he's doing something right. So whether they buy a $10 piece of merch or they buy a $150 piece of merch, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yo,
So you have to give them the options, because I'll be real with you. As dated as these things seem, as dated as they seem, this equals money. If you're making music, this equals revenue immediately. Because what does this cost me? This cost me, like, you know, physically, this cost me $3-4 per. If I'm getting 1,000 or 400, or, you know, whatever, it costs me a couple of dollars per, and then it equals $15-20. So ROI, as far as pure business, beautiful.
Hold on.
And then if you're doing your job, people are gonna want to give you that support. So you're automatically giving them an opportunity to put money in your pocket. So like, this is very valuable.
To his point, I like wanted to, yes, please. I wanted to make sure, you're welcome. So I wanted to make sure I attacked every single day with like, you know, I was a college athlete. So like I attack everything exactly the same. I only have one speed. So I knew I wanted to be great at this one thing. So instead of coming in to the local market and being like, I'm great, right? I went to everybody else who was great and was like, how do you do this?
Boom.
Yo,
Right?
and yo, props to you for that, because guess what? You came in humble, you came in honest, and you got the respect of a lot of veterans because of that.
There's just no cutting corners. And I said to myself, I was like, no matter, one of my big things I say is like, keep working, it's working. Right?
I love that.
And like shade over 30 with dreams of going gold. Like we can't cut corners here. So when, you know, people like Ivan or Shadi and people like, they're like, yo, like, you're really moving. And I'm like, you know what? When the radio thing happened, it was like, kind of like, whoa, what just happened here? You know what I mean? And it was like, okay, well, now what are you going to say to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say I don't work hard.
Yep.
You can't say I don't put in the effort. From when I was here, 1,000 followers on Instagram. Now we're almost at 9K, right? And like for like a rapper,
progression,
right? No bots, no.
Yeah, man.
So should we book you now for next year?
Bro, it sounds like you're gonna be booked.
My boy got the
Bro,
preemptive
the next
strike.
album, 100% will change my life.
Yo, facts though.
This is called the bouquet episode, but like I said, we started at the
Facts.
beginning. I think it's amazing as someone who grinds. And if you're not in this world, you don't understand. Most people aren't going to understand how hard it is to get a living.
Preach.
Right? Jay-Z has a line that says, it takes a lot I'm sorry, Jay-Z, Jadakiss. It takes a lot just to get a little. That's why when I'm finished with the top, I'll land in the middle. Right?
I love that guy.
And he said that, and it was more so like, you won't understand this grind if you're not in it. Because it takes so many little steps before you get a big jump.
When it's your time, you're going to eat, baby. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, let's go.
Cheers to that, man.
Blame him for the heat. It's not me, it's the Jameson neat. Spitting, I'm complete. Yeah.
Check.
Hey, we appreciate y'all. We out of here, man.
peace.
Doses.
Peace. Thanks for having us.